All right, Beer Night followers, we're back with episode 12, and this is the sports segment. And this is where Chris, I know it's been 4 months since we last been together. Chris is 0-2 in bets. He has lost the bet. And the bet, if you remember,
they call it 0-2.
0-2, whatever. 0-2, 0-2, whatever. No, O is a letter. 0 is a number, you dipshit.
Oh, thank you,
You're
Captain
welcome.
Obvious. I wasn't aware that O was a fucking letter.
Yeah.
And 0 was...
A number.
Is it a number or is it a value?
No, because 0 is a... There's no value in 0. So it's just a number.
So it's a lack of value.
Yeah, and that's what you are, lack of value.
Well, I don't know. Some might disagree.
In the betting with me is what you are. So go ahead.
So how up are you in Vegas right now?
I was up 1,000.
Your wife was up 1,000.
It's my money.
Oh, I hope for your sake she doesn't watch these videos.
Oh, I hope
which nobody else does, so she probably doesn't either. But I really hope for your sake she doesn't watch these videos.
We'll find out in a couple weeks.
He'll point it directly up your ass.
So he chose Mac Jones to go to the 49ers. I chose Trey Lance.
No.
Right?
No, you chose anybody else.
No, I chose Trey Lance.
I don't think you
Roll
chose...
Roll the clip.
Kyle Shanahan wants Mac Jones.
Kyle Shanahan wants Mac Jones.
I think they're taking Mac Jones.
Yeah.
This could be a betting opportunity.
It is a bet opportunity, huh? Mac Jones
could be a
or
betting
Trey
opportunity.
Lance?
This is Mac Jones, man.
You think?
What do you want to place on it? Huh?
I don't know.
You chose Trace Lance
Trip is long.
or Trey Lance?
Trey Lance.
Trace?
Trace Lance? Trey Lance, right?
See what I'm dealing with here,
God
people?
damn it. Dude.
See what I'm dealing with? Do you have any idea
Anyway,
what
you lost.
beginner's luck
You
is?
wanted the bet.
Blind ass luck. Don't ever go to Vegas with this guy because when he's there by himself, he will lose. But as soon as you're there with him,
But if he bets against
like
me, he loses all the time. He's 0-2. You're 0-2 right now. Okay? We'll get more bets going on throughout maybe the NFL season.
If I remember correctly, the one bet I lost before that was another Yahoo bet by you as well. You're just like, I don't know, it's Trace Lance or somebody that's going, I don't know.
Pop open your Budweiser there. And this Budweiser is a Clamato edition. And I'm going to shout out my buddy Mraz for him picking this. He actually gave me a Bevmo card saying, hey, Chris doesn't need to drink a Budweiser. He needs to drink a better Budweiser. He wants a Budweiser Clamato. So one of our fans chose you to drink that one. Wrap it up. Hey. Drink that one. Thank you, Mraz, for buying it for Chris and upgrading the Budweiser to Clamato.
Fuck.
Let's see how he likes it.
Did you run out of breath yet? Good God. Anyway, so the bet was for a Budweiser. So that means...
But we listen to our fans.
I am not drinking all this.
You don't have to.
Because that
drink
wasn't
some
the
of
bet.
it. Drink some of it.
I'll try it.
Or try it. Give it a shot.
And if I spit it in your ear...
Oh my God.
Then, it's your fault for getting something with Clamato in it.
They said this is the best Budweiser you can ever have. So cheers to you.
I'm not sure that's saying something.
I don't know either.
The best Budweiser you could ever have is like saying, that's the best piece of shit I've ever tasted.
How's it going?
You know what? It's not bad. It's honestly better than normal Budweiser.
Yeah. See, he upgraded you.
I'm still not drinking all this.
Right.
That's not what the bet was for.
No.
I'm going to use that as an excuse to see my way straight out of this and back to the same end. But you know what?
Mm-hmm.
You know what?
You know what?
I would probably drink this over Budweiser.
Well, there you go. That's his lost bet there, and we're rolling in the NFL season right now. Is it hitting you hard now?
It's just the
tomato
flavor.
Yeah.
Tastes like a really, really poor excuse for a Bloody Mary.
Oh my God. There you go.
You want to try it?
No, that's on you. You lost.
Are you
bro.
sure?
You lost.
But you know what? It's like the IPA in our last segment.
Yeah.
be nice if somebody could share my experience with this and kind of understand what it's like. Should I do a review of this impromptu?
Give us a star rating, huh? No star?
I'll give it a solid 1 3/4 stars.
Perfect.
Whereas Butt Wiper, I mean, would be
not even -1, right? -1.
I was gonna give it 1.
Give it 1.
I was gonna give it a little bit of benefit of the doubt. At least it's still beer.
Yeah.
It's not like seltzer. It's still a beer.
Still a beer.
It's just not a very good one.
All right.
So it's a 1 star. This, I'm not sure it quite gets up to. What's your star rating for 2? What's your?
Fucking okay, I think.
It's not quite okay.
It's not quite okay.
It's not quite okay. Definitely not fucking okay.
No.
Not quite there.
All right.
So.
All right. Well,
1 3/4
drink up a little bit. While you drink up a little bit of it, we are about to start the NFL season, and everyone loves the NFL, right? Everyone, we're pounding and fucking hitting and all that kind of stuff with football, right? Scoring touchdowns and running the bases and all that good stuff. I want to pick division winners. You want to pick division winners? Who's winning divisions, certain divisions? Maybe a wild card? You want to try that out? Yeah?
Okay.
All right, so we're going to go ahead.
I'm surprised. I didn't do any homework.
Of course not. I sent him what we were doing like three days ago. 3 days ago. Yes,
3
he
days.
did. 3 days ago.
3 days.
Yes.
I work each day. So 3 days.
Still, I mean.
So did you say division winners in there?
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a long list of shits for the sports segment. I'm like, sports segment's
All
going to be an hour and a half long.
Oh, yeah.
So.
We love sports, that's why.
Buckle your seatbelts,
Here we go.
folks.
AFC North. Who's winning the division?
Who's in the AFC North again?
All right, you got.
I know who's in the AFC North.
Bengals. Okay,
Shut up.
there you go.
Ravens.
I got Ravens as well. Browns. We'll pick wild cards too. We got 2 wild cards, right? 2 wild cards in the AFC, right? They still doing that, or they go back to 1?
Back to 1. What the fuck
They last year they had 2 wild cards. They had 3.
They've always had 2 wild cards. 2 wild cards have been around forever.
That's right. They upped it to 3.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
I'm idiot.
1 wild card.
Okay. Yeah, you got a wild card in there or no in that division?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
And the Steelers and your Brownies are going to duke it out. I kind of think the Steelers and Big Ben are going on one last run.
One last run, huh? One last run. Well, I think we switched bar stuff. That's fine. Yeah, I think I got Browns in the wild card. I'm not. The Steelers are because they played so well last year, and then at the end they didn't.
They're such a wild card.
I think they'll be a wild card. So that's 2 wild cards right there. AFC East. Who is winning the East division?
Bills. The Bills.
The Bills. I got the Bills as well. I think Patriots will be in that wild card.
I don't think so.
Wild card talk right
I
there.
don't think the Patriots make a wild. I think the Patriots are going to miss the playoffs 2 years in a row.
2 years in a row. Huh?
Now that's just kind of my knee-jerk reaction, kind of gut feeling knee-jerk reaction.
Yeah.
We'll have to see how things go, but my initial gut reaction is that they're not going to be as good as the Browns. They're not going to be as good as the Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
Not going to be as good as the Chargers. Who else in the AFC is? That's about it. You can take the wild card, right?
All right. I got the Bills as well. The Jets will be interesting with their new quarterback right there.
The Jets are never interesting.
Yeah, they're not gonna do shit. AFC South. Who you got winning the division there?
Division right here.
You got pretty much 2 teams that obviously it might be the Titans. I'm taking the Titans to win the division. Colts are kind of like it depends on how Wentz plays.
Titans.
You got Titans in there. Colts maybe at
Titans are healthy.
Yeah.
Even if the Colts are healthy,
yeah.
Carson Wentz is still kind of.
You never know. You just don't know. You don't know.
He's a wild card.
He is.
Again, so it's another wild card.
So
right?
they'll probably be in the hunt with the wild card as well. The Indianapolis Colts.
Maybe.
They'll be in the hunt.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't know.
AFC West. Who you got winning the division?
Chiefs.
AFC West. Chiefs. Yeah, that's obvious, right?
No,
I think it is.
No.
You think
because the Chargers are going to make a run this year. Now, here's the thing where I think the Chiefs are still the class because they're the Chiefs. They're the class of the AFC.
They are. Yeah.
Not just the division, the AFC.
Oh,
so
yeah.
the Chargers have to climb that mountain, and also the Chargers are the Chargers. Let's be real.
Yeah, they are.
Okay. They will find a cliff to dive off of at some point because they are the Chargers. Now,
that defense is out, though.
I'm saying that just to screw with all the Chargers fans that I know because I do live in SoCal.
Garrett.
So,
I'm a Chargers.
I do think the Chargers are going to be a really good team this year, and I think they're going to be tough.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to overtake the Chiefs in that division.
You know, they'll be in the hunt as well with the wild card as well. The Raiders, Las Vegas Raiders. I think this is do or die for Derek Carr. I think this is his. Either he shows improvement, shows the.
Who are they going to replace him with? Here's the problem with that idea: is that they're going to be too good.
Yeah.
To get a good draft pick.
Yeah.
I don't think
they're going to be
go 500.
They're going to be
right?
like
So they're not going to win 4 games.
No.
Right? They're going to go 500.
8-8.
Oh, well, there is no 500 by the way. There's 17
Oh
games.
yeah. Fuck, there's no 500 anymore.
They're going to be almost 500. Yeah. Let's say.
Maybe 7-10. That's a fucking weird number. I'm so used to 6 and 10. 7 and 9. It's going to be 7 and 10 now.
Yeah. It is weird. I just don't. I think the Raiders are going to win enough games to where so basically they'd have to sign a free agent or trade for somebody, and I don't know. I feel like if Derek Carr plays well, I think he's going to be.
He'll still be fine. Yeah.
What's John Gruden going to do? Who's going to replace him?
I don't know.
He's going to get Aaron Rodgers. He's going to get.
Oh, maybe next year, right? No. This is his last year in Green Bay, possibly.
You got a better chance of getting Deshaun Watson.
Well,
which Raiders maybe?
Maybe. All right, we'll move on to NFC. So NFC North, who you got winning the division?
Packers.
That's a shoe. That's pretty much a shoe. Aaron Rodgers is fucking.
It ain't the Lions.
Throwing them dimes all the time.
It ain't the Lions.
No.
It ain't the Vikings unless they do a great job of pulling their head out of their ass. Because last year was embarrassing.
It was.
Give me a fucking break.
It ain't gonna be the Bears.
It ain't gonna be the Bears because
they're about 2-3 years away, I think. Possibly.
I feel like next year could be a Bears year.
Yeah.
If
to me, like,
depending on Justin Fields, because I feel at some point Justin Fields is gonna start this year. He's going to.
Mm-hmm.
It's not gonna be Andy Dalton all year. We all know that.
No,
I mean, I'm not saying anything radical here. No. It's not gonna be Andy Dalton all year. At some point, Justin Fields is gonna get in the game. But they sure as shit ain't gonna win the division between Andy Dalton and Justin Fields this year over the Packers. It's not gonna happen.
Any wild cards out of that one? Out of the division? You think maybe Detroit?
I think the Vikings have an outside chance.
Yeah?
Detroit,
no. You don't like...
Detroit can do it with Stafford. They're not going to do it with Goff.
No?
Oh, Goff is 5 times quarterback Stafford.
Yeah.
Okay.
Backwards.
Stafford is 5
I'm still confused on that trade.
Scratch that. Yeah. Reverse it.
There you go. All right. Probably going to be the worst division in the entire NFL. NFC East. Who you got winning that division?
Doesn't matter. Now, here's what I think will be funny.
Yeah.
Here's what I have this feeling. I feel like the Washington football team is going to kind of come out of nowhere with Ryan Fitzpatrick at quarterback.
That would be amazing.
Steal the division away from the Cowboys.
I hope so. I'm rooting for the Washington football team. I'm rooting for them in this division.
Or
for
the Giants. Maybe. With Daniel Jones, maybe.
He's not.
This is do or die. You mentioned do or die for Derek Carr.
This is do or die for him.
Far more do or die.
Far more.
I feel like that could be the thing that puts that team slightly over the edge because a 10-7 team is going to win that division, right?
You got to think about it, yeah.
A 9-8 team is going to win that division.
Yeah, probably.
A 9-8 team is going to win that division.
Yeah,
I'm calling 9-8 team.
All right, you heard it first. Beer night. All right, NFC.
Watch me be wrong. Let's start making bets.
NFC South. Who you got winning that division?
Who's in the NFC South again?
Falcons, Panthers, Saints, Buccaneers. Buccaneers going to take that
I know
one
who's
again?
in the NFC South.
Yeah, come on now.
I guess I'll take the Bucks.
Yeah, it's kind of like a shoo-in almost. Almost, you know.
Sure.
I mean, they won a freaking Super Bowl.
They're the defending champs. Yeah. They won the Super Bowl because of their defense and because the Chiefs had no offensive line because they had injuries at the end.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, that's part of the sport. I mean, it's not like you can't take their championship away because of injuries. Injuries are part of the sport. It is what it is. But it doesn't mean they're the greatest team since sliced bread. But the greatest
they pretty much kept
sliced bread. Because we've had so many great teams since sliced bread.
Yeah, so many.
They are the great.
They kept their pretty much core from last year. Pretty much. So
I mean, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Brady's. I don't think that D line's going to be what it was last year. I think you got guys like JPP and stuff that are going to hit the wall.
Yeah.
You get but I mean, they're still going to be a great team. Let's make no mistake about it. I think they're going to win the division for sure. But
Wildcard's out of there.
I think I have this feeling that like Jameis Winston is going to have a year when he doesn't throw 30 interceptions.
Maybe 35. We'll benchmark it.
35 touchdowns, and maybe he gets it down to like 15 interceptions. And I mean, it is Sean Payton running this offense here. So let's be real here. This is going to be a good team. They were a good team.
They were a good team last year. Last year.
With Taysom Hill at quarterback, they were winning games.
They were like ugly games, but they were
fucking ugly.
W's a W.
Exactly.
W's a W.
So, Jameis Winston is a better quarterback than Taysom Hill. Mm-hmm. He is a better quarterback than Drew Brees was last year.
Yeah.
So they are going to be a good team. Could they take the division from the Bucks? It's tough.
But I can see a wild card.
They got a shot. But they got a shot, an outside shot of overthrowing the Bucks.
Falcons, maybe one last hurrah for Matt Ryan.
I'm through putting any faith in the Falcons. Yeah. I've been there, done that, been down that road, not doing it. I got to see it to believe it. Show it to me.
Yeah.
Prove it.
Let's get one last hurrah for Matt Ryan.
I agree.
So let's try.
And I picked them to do that last year, and they screwed the pooch. They sucked. It was terrible.
Fucking, what's that wide receiver that went to the Titans from the Falcons? Julio Jones? There you go. Yeah. So Titans are going to be pretty tough to beat in the AFC.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see how Tannehill progresses. Derrick Henry's going to be Derrick Henry. Mm-hmm. He's a beast. We'll see how Tannehill progresses throwing the ball with Julio Jones there. He's a good quarterback. Yeah, I always thought he was good even in Miami. I thought he got a bad rap in Miami because their team sucked and people put it on the quarterback because they love to put it on the quarterback. But he's not Aaron Rodgers, right? He's not Patrick Mahomes. So
he gets the job done.
But with Julio Jones there, it'll be interesting to see if he takes that next step. And maybe it's not Mahomes or Aaron Rodgers, but it maybe is or Russell Wilson or Josh Allen, but maybe he's right there. Maybe he's right behind them. In which case, it's going to be a tough team because they got a good defense and they got Derrick Henry.
All right. NFC West, probably going to be the best division in the entire league this year. Who you got winning this division? This is like going to be tough right here. So many great teams in this division.
I feel like Matthew Stafford is due.
Yeah? I think he's just going to
I feel like he's due, man.
He is due.
MVP season.
He's definitely due.
MVP season with that defense, God, I mean, they got so many pieces on that defense.
Yeah.
So to where it's almost kind of sneaky because last year they kind of took a step back, right?
They did a little bit, yeah.
But their defense is still great, and you cannot understate that. And then you got Stafford adding in his quarterback, and I was not a Jared Goff hater. I didn't hate Jared Goff. I thought he played well enough.
Yeah.
But he's not Matthew Stafford. And if anybody has watched Matt Stafford since he came into the league, the guy is incredible. He is a hell of a quarterback. Now, The only thing that scares me about him is the shoulder injuries.
Yeah.
He's had one of the best arms I've ever seen. I've seen that guy make throws where it's just like, that's not human. It's not human.
I mean, Megatron.
But he does things where it's just not. He throws on his back foot and the ball sails 50 yards.
Good,
It's not human. But the shoulder injuries kind of worry me a little bit.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing that would give me pause is how good his arm still is based on the shoulder injuries, because we've seen what's happened with Cam Newton. Now, Cam Newton never had Stafford's arm.
No.
Cam Newton may be big and strong. He can be big and strong all he wants. He never had near Stafford's arm. Stafford's arm is otherworldly. But just for comparison's sake, we've seen what's happened to Cam's throwing ability from all of his shoulder injuries.
Yeah.
It's something similar. Now, Stafford threw the ball pretty well last year, but I'm curious to see how it plays out.
This division is the hardest one to go.
It's the division to watch, and
Yes.
it's the team to watch.
It
I
is.
really am so interested in seeing what the Rams do
Mm-hmm.
with Stafford in there, because that's such. It's almost kind of an underrated upgrade.
Yeah.
Because again, I didn't hate Jared Goff. I thought he was fine, but you're taking a guy who has top tier talent.
Oh yeah, he is.
And putting him on a team.
Good team, because he was on
ready.
fucking Detroit like just.
Well, but
nothing.
It's a team that should be Super Bowl ready.
Yeah.
And you're taking a top tier talent guy, maybe not a top tier quarterback, because his team, in order to be a top tier quarterback, your team has to win more.
Yeah.
Right? We know that.
Oh,
He's been on the Lions,
yes.
and so what? So they suck. But talent wise, he's top tier.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, he's right up there with Mahomes. He's
Yeah.
right up there with Aaron Rodgers. He's got way more talent than Brady. Now Brady's a much better winner. Obviously, we know this. But it's going to be so fun to watch what the Rams do with him. And if they disappoint, if they suck, then it's going to be disappointing.
It's disappointing. I keep an eye on Arizona as well. Arizona. I mean, I think 2 wildcard teams are going to come out of that division.
They got fucking DeAndre Hopkins and AJ Green.
Yeah, they do. Like what?
If AJ Green can stay healthy,
oh god,
he's going to see nothing but easy single coverage because DeAndre
Hopkins.
is
You can't double both of those guys at all. Like Jesus Christ.
But AJ Green's got to stay healthy. That's
They do. He does. And then
Like,
San Francisco has that stout defense. Garoppolo should be starting for the most part this year. We'll see how that goes.
I don't trust Garoppolo.
No, not a lot of us do actually.
Garoppolo likes to throw ducks over the middle of the field.
He does. And then you can't count Seattle out because you got Russell Wilson there, man. Like,
Russell
you cannot count that team out at all.
Russell Wilson is top 3 quarterback in the league.
Yeah.
I mean, like
this is gonna be stout fucking division right there. That's hard to pick right there. But I'm gonna. You're picking LA to win that division.
I think so.
I'm picking Cardinals.
Really?
Yeah, I'm picking Cardinals to win that one.
You know what? It's going to be interesting to see how Kyler Murray progresses or doesn't, right? Does he not progress? Does he kind of just stay as a runner?
Mm-hmm.
If he stays as a runner, here's what's going to fuck up your prediction is he could get hurt.
Good, it's possible.
Because you run...
Anyone get hurt any given Sunday.
Yeah, but no. It's a lot different when you're standing behind a bunch of 6'8" offensive linemen and when you're getting out there and running.
That's
totally different because the linebackers can take a shot at you.
Oh, yeah.
The safeties can take a shot at you.
Yeah.
It's totally different. Totally different. They're not blitzing. They're not blitzing and then just wrapping you up because they're afraid of a penalty. When you're out there running, they can blow you up.
Yes.
So ask Robert Griffin III how it works.
How's his knee? How's his knee feeling? I wonder.
And he's
in that booth.
And
now
Kyler Murray's smaller than him.
Yeah, he is.
But Kyler Murray's a great player. It'll be interesting to see what they do.
Well, that wraps up our NFL division picks, wild cards. That's all of them. Hopefully, you guys are with us on our division picks and wild cards. Make sure you keep an eye on what we picked and everything. Just we're here.
This is what you call a segue. And this is how he does it. Right?
And this is what I'm segueing. Yeah. Oh, you're flagged. You can't do that in the NFL anymore. You can't taunt. You're getting 15 yards.
Yep, that's a segue, folks.
Segue.
Yeah.
No taunting in the NFL.
You enjoyed that.
We ain't taunting here either.
I certainly did.
No.
So does that mean we're talking about the taunting rule? Is that your?
That's my segue. segue in the taunting. What's your opinion on the taunting rule, real quick? Anything? You think it's gonna affect the games? Unnecessary. Same here.
I think it's unnecessary. Sure, it's gonna affect the games. Any new rule where flags can be thrown can affect the games.
No.
Fucking. It's unnecessary.
You run. You do. You flex like that's 15 yards, bro. 15 yards. Can't flex.
No.
Can't flex in front of the player. It's taunting.
Yes, if you flex in front of the player.
Flex
in front of the crowd. Flex
in
front of the crowd. Say that 5 times fast.
Flex in front of a crowd.
You can't even say it 1 time fast.
No. Yeah, it's a stupid rule. Stupid, no fun league. Just.
It is
stupid.
It is, but I think the players. I think the players can get around it if they just don't do it in front of the other player. And it's still stupid. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying that there's
you make a good play. You're excited. You do the first down. You flex. You spin the ball.
The biggest point I heard made about this is that where was the outcry? What is the
outcry? No one is. It's all the old timers. Like, quit celebrating. We just want pure football. Like, you make a good play, you want to celebrate it. You're like, yes, I did that. You're excited because you don't get that very often in NFL. You
don't like the boomers, man. You don't like the boomers talking about.
Don't
celebrate.
Why are you making celebrations in the end zone?
I don't know why.
All you do, if you score a touchdown, just hand the ball to the referee, and that's all you do.
Run
back to your sideline over there, and then just sit down and be happy. Fuck.
What's next? We're gonna have political displays. Too late.
Whatever. Anyway. All right. Well, we'll move on from the NFL.
People get pissed, man.
They do.
People, and there's just not really a reason for it other than the old guard that's like, hey, be professional out there on the field, right? Be professional.
Yeah.
Like as if you're a lawyer out there. You just hit some guy underneath the chin with the fucking top of your helmet. And
you're like bow or like.
No, you can't do that. That's
you gotta shake his hand.
It's like, Your Honor.
Yeah.
That was a clean hit.
It was a clean hit.
And it was very professional. And I'm gonna go back to the huddle.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell my teammates about my clean hit.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna call the next play. And we're not going to run the ball down their throats. What we're going to do is we're going to ease it through the gap. And then there's not going to be any celebrations. We're going to get up. We're going to hand the ball to the ref. We're going to look over the defense. We're going to be like, thank you guys for trying to defend us. But you failed.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're on to the next play.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we score, we're going to hand the ball to the defense and say, thank you for trying to keep us out of the end zone. But you failed.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're up by 6 points, soon to be 7, and I'm sorry. But it looks like you have to answer with your own. I don't know where I'm going with this. Do you see how boring it is?
Come on now.
See how boring it is?
Celebrate, there's lines that you can draw, Don't go over the top, but like flexing, being happy for play. Whatever.
Well, here's the bottom line. Like I can play devil's advocate and say that there's ways for the players to get around it, and you can still protect yourself from getting a flag and blah 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 blah. But the point is that I've never been watching a football game on Sunday and seen another guy like pose over a player or taunt or whatever and been like, hey, I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
Like, it's never really. I just don't care.
It's an emotional game.
But why would we care? Like, does it really matter?
Does it matter? Like, I'm watching TV. Oh, he like hopped over the player for making a good play. Like, oh no, he shouldn't have done that.
But like,
no.
Think about it this way too. I'll make an analogy here. Think about people like to complain that a player is polarizing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So think about Allen Iverson.
Mm-hmm.
And when he hits the shot against the Lakers in the finals and he steps over Tyronn Lue.
Oh, yeah.
And at the time, people are probably pissed.
Yeah.
And like, he's polarizing, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's people who love him and people who hate him because of stuff like that. But think about how legendary that
That's
is.
so lit.
Like
It's an iconic
after the fact,
video.
10 years later,
Yeah.
15 years later,
Still showing, still playing.
it stands the test
Yeah.
of time.
Yeah.
Like it supersedes the people that are pissed off and saying he should be more professional.
And,
So-
and in the Super Bowl, you got the peace sign from that guy. That's kind of like one of the reasons why the taunting.
No, that's just what the media attributes it to. But I don't know if that's really the
Yeah, I don't know either.
But, you know, I could make an argument and say they're doing it to try to stop fights, but there's no fights on the field. It's not hockey.
No.
They don't fight. Like, every once in a while, they slap helmets and shit like that. But really, I mean, they hit each other in the mouth. I mean, that's football.
If they do, just fucking throw them out. Whatever. There's no reason to penalize celebrations. It's stupid. I think we're going to move on from this topic, right? I think we're done. I want to talk about WWE. Yes, sir. It's my turn. I just went to SummerSlam at Vegas Stadium, Alignment Stadium. Fucking. What the fuck is going on here?
It's called Allegiant Stadium.
Allegiant Stadium. I was getting to it. Allegiant Stadium in Vegas. So SummerSlam is pretty epic. I like the stadium. It's pretty badass, except for the cashless system. I don't understand why you fucking went cashless if you don't have the proper equipment to freaking have cashless systems. Because if it goes down, I can't buy any more fucking beer. I can't buy any more fucking food. It's so fucking stupid. Use cash. Fuck. But SummerSlam was awesome. It was cool. I saw Brock Lesnar return. Becky Lynch return. It was pretty epic. I love the Edge versus Seth Rollins match. It was pretty epic as well. So if you haven't watched that on Peacock Network, check that out. I'm in the crowd. I'm sitting right behind the entrance where the wrestlers make their entrance. So I'm right there. That was a good show. I also want to talk about WWE might be for sale. So our buddy Mark in Dallas, we're working beer night, and Mark in Dallas are working hard to get our financial situation running. So we're looking at possibly purchasing WWE with our buddy and Mark in Dallas. So that's kind of news to you. I haven't told you. This is a surprise to him.
Mark in Dallas.
Mark in Dallas. We're working on it. WWE sale coming up. Beer night might be buying it.
If we do that, can we bring back the F?
Oh, we're not get the E out instead of get the F out. Yeah. Get the E out. I don't know. Whatever. This is Chris's part. He's been dying for this. What is your crazy stat of the month? Crazy stat. What do you got?
So, if you guys have been following this channel, and I don't mean the music video segments or the reaction segments.
Yeah.
I mean the beer night segments. If you guys have been following, which I know there's
a couple of you, some
there's some of you out there.
Yes, there is. Yes, there is.
Looking at you.
Hi, Mom.
It's true. It's funny because it's true. You know that my crazy stats have been a little bit biased towards Wilt, right?
Yes.
My man, Wilt Chamberlain, because, I mean, he's the biggest monster in any sport that has ever existed, and it's just not funny.
No. And he has like the craziest stats.
I've been saving his crazy stats because I'm like, I can always go back to Wilt.
Yeah.
Because I can always fill this segment with Wilt because it's just too easy. Because there's so much. There's so much. Because he's such a monster and there's nobody that touches him in any other sport. Not even close.
No.
So why is he not the GOAT? Right?
He should be the GOAT of crazy stats.
Why is he not the GOAT? Yeah. He's definitely the GOAT of crazy stats. It's not close. Like, the second place is like, way down. Like, he is the GOAT of crazy stats for sure. But why is he not the GOAT in his own sport? Why?
I don't know. It's always Jordan or
Jordan.
Always Jordan.
Okay, so let's talk about Jordan. Yeah. Right? Let's talk about Jordan. Yeah. Jordan, people like Jordan because of his scoring, right?
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
a 2-guard. He's a scorer.
Yeah.
You know how many 50-point games in his entire career Jordan had? 50-plus point games.
I don't know.
31.
31, 50
That's
plus.
impressive.
Points. Okay.
31 games where he scored 50 points or more.
Yeah.
Jordan is revered for his scoring.
Yeah.
His defense a little bit, but mostly his scoring. People think of his scoring.
Yeah.
Not his assisting, not rebounds, not blocking, scoring. Right?
Yeah.
Scoring and defense. 31 games is impressive. 31 games where he scored 50 points or more.
All right.
Wilt has 45 in one season.
One season. This is insane. Jordan has what? You said 31, right?
Jordan's the GOAT. He's got 31 in his entire career. Wilt has 45 in one season.
One season. Without the three-point line, by chance.
No.
Without the three-point.
I mean, Jordan wasn't a three-point shooter.
No, he wasn't. You can hit him here and there. But
yeah, pretty rare.
Yeah.
Wilt has 131 50-point or plus games in his entire career.
Good
Number
Lord.
two
Yeah.
is Jordan with just over 30.
Oh my god.
So,
yeah.
Scoring, right?
Yeah.
Are we going to stop at scoring?
No.
No, because Wilt had a game where he had 55 rebounds.
That's a lot.
Does anybody here that's watching this video watch basketball? Does anybody watch the NBA?
I'm sure they do.
So we get excited.
Yeah.
Well, people that watch the NBA get excited when somebody has 15 rebounds.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
55 in a single game against Bill Russell.
Oh.
Who most people consider the greatest rebounder of all time.
Yeah.
Well, had 55 against him in one game.
That's like two crazy stats in one.
So
we're doubling up.
My point is that I feel like I'm kind of leaning on him. I'm using him as an excuse for a crazy stat.
You know what?
So maybe I'm just going to unload and maybe go some other people. So he led the league in rebounds, I think 11 times.
Yeah.
Let's not even talk about leading the league in scoring because nobody can touch him on that. He led the league in blocks, like I think 6 or 7 times. He had over a season stretch when he averaged almost 9 blocks per game, 8.8 blocks per game.
Jesus Christ, that's blocks.
It's three ahead. The next closest behind, which in blocks 3. If you average 3 per season, you are a great blocker.
Yeah, great blocker. Yeah.
He is 3 ahead, second place.
Oh my god.
He even had a year when he led the league in assists.
All right.
So, averaged 50 points per game this season. Scored over 100 points per game in a single game.
Mm-hmm.
And we talked about the minutes where he averaged more minutes than are actually in a game.
Yeah.
He averaged more.
God damn.
So he's the GOAT to me.
He's
the GOAT. Period. Because here's what we base GOATs on. We move the line. We move it all over the place. We move it. We're like, oh well, the GOAT is based on championships won, and Jordan won 6, but we're ignoring that Bill Russell won 11.
Well,
and that
we always ignore that.
And you know why? Because we moved the line where we want it. Because Jordan had
Jordan's 6-0. That's why. Because he's 6-0. That's why.
But okay, so fucking Bill Russell's 11-1. I'm sorry.
That one tarnishes.
And you know who we lost to?
Oh,
Wilt. So
there you go.
But the GOAT. But and Jordan also had the cultural impact. That's really it. It's marketing. It's Nike. It's the Air Jordan. Like it's such a cultural impact. So we move the line where we want it. We ignore the 11 championships by Bill Russell. We say Jordan's got 6. Mm-hmm. Kareem's got 6.
Yeah.
Kareem's the leading scorer of all time. Kareem was so much more unstoppable than Jordan ever was. Mm-hmm. Kareem was absolutely an unstoppable machine. But you know what? He had 2 losses in the finals. Jordan's undefeated, so we move the line where we want it, right?
Exactly.
Wilt only had 2 championships. Yeah. He didn't have 6. He didn't have 4. He didn't have 5. He had 2. So we move the line where we want it, right? Even though 2 championships is a lot for most players. Charles Barkley would love to have 2 championships.
Yeah, he would.
On top of all the crazy, okay, let's look at some more. Okay, we're gonna keep going.
I think.
So how about this?
What are we
How about
doing
this?
here? What?
So, shut up. So, okay, most career 60-point games. Second place, my man Kobe. That's 6.
Yeah.
6 60-point or more games. It's huge.
It's good.
Wilt has 32.
That's a 6. 32.
Yeah.
That's a big old fucking difference right there.
What else we got?
Oh god.
Wilt scored 65 points 15 times. Everybody else in history combined has done it 5 times.
Oh my god.
Every other NBA player combined has scored 65 points or more 5 times. Wilt did it 3 times that by himself.
Jesus Christ. I think this is Wilt Chamberlain's retirement on crazy stats. I think we're just going through them all. This is his retirement crazy stats. We got more or what?
Well, one thing blocks.
Yeah.
One thing about blocks
Yeah.
is that they weren't started to be recognized until the 73-74 season, which is interesting to me because that's after Wilt had retired.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's speculated. They didn't actually keep record of the blocks.
Yeah.
But he averaged. There was multiple seasons when it's said that he had over 10 blocks. So there's multiple seasons when he would have averaged a triple-double with blocks.
Oh, that's fucking gnarly.
And then there was one season, like I said, where he led the league in assists when he was with the Lakers, right when he became a passer and a rebounder, because he didn't need to score because he had Jerry West.
Yeah.
And so he didn't need to score, so he became a passer and rebounder. And then every time somebody would say, oh, you can't score anymore, Wilt, he would go out and get 40, 50, 60, and then go back to being an assist guy. And then led the league in assists, led the league in blocks multiple times, led the league in rebound an ungodly amount of times. Nobody could score with the guy. It's not even close. We talked about that, obviously.
No.
The GOAT.
I mean,
the most unstoppable force in all of sports ever. Maybe a close second, distant second, is Kareem, because nobody can stop the skyhook. We know who did block the skyhook? Wilt.
There you go. And that is Chris's crazy stat of the month.
No more Wilt, I promise. That was the grand finale.
That's the grand finale.
We're going to look for other shit
now.
Yeah,
we were retiring Wilt from crazy stat of the month, for sure.
As impossible as it seems, but I tried to do an overload right there.
There's even more, I'm pretty sure.
I might find another one later on, but we're going to, it'll be later.
There we go. I think we've overstayed our welcome on the sports segment. I hope you enjoyed our take on the NFL division winners and everything, preseason stuff, and the season coming up, my WWE stuff, Chris's crazy stat stuff. Thank you for watching Beer Night. We got a ton more for you still on this episode 12. Chris loves the Budweiser, and we're back with music coming up.